This is Aussie Mac Zone. We'll cover everything Apple, including Macs, iPhones, iPads, and more. All this from an Aussie perspective. Sit back, relax, and insert yourself into the zone. The Aussie Mac Zone.
Hi everybody, welcome to show 343 Aussie Mac Zone. 343, we're knocking them over, aiming for that 350.
Yep.
Zarn, how are you?
Everyone loves a 350.
That's right. Well, the Holden people do anyway.
I've got a little bit of a lag on your end there, Michael. It's slight.
Slight lag? Let me have a look.
Oh, it's getting a bit worse now.
Let me have a look. No, yep. I'm there, rocking on the bit I'm looking at.
Okay, no worries. How am I on your end?
Oh, now we've gone to crap again, have we?
So, okay, I think it may just be FaceTime and everything like that because there's just a tiny little bit of lag between our voices and...
We'll keep rocking it on just to try it this week.
So, Kellyanne asked
yep.
Why, if she's only idle for an hour a day on her Apple Watch, does it take all day to register that she has sat down and stood up 12 times? Because she's got a goal where she has to sit and stand 12 times a day.
Yeah.
And she probably does it before lunchtime. But it's not registering that until the end of the day. Then it explains to her at the end of the day, yes, she's done it more than 12 times. And she's only been idle for about an hour at a time. Is it because you've asked to set these goals for the day so they only update at the end of the day?
I'll have to look it up. I don't know the answer to that. Maybe someone can tell us.
Awesome. Yeah, that'd be good.
Tell us on Facebook while we're rattling on. I don't know the answer. I can look it up.
Awesome.
Because, it doesn't do the... I don't think it does the goals until the end of the day, but... Because it just tells you on your watch you've reached another stand goal. Another stand towards your goal. That's what it tells you every hour. Because it tells you at 10 to the hour to stand up.
Yeah.
So we'll have to find out.
Yep.
That'll be part of our Aussie Apple ramblings, won't it?
Excellent.
So, story number 1. iOS and iPad OS 14 are now available as public betas. I personally have been using iPad OS 14 since about a week after it was released as a beta without any issues. I installed it on iOS 14 last Friday on my phone and I've also had no issues with and all my apps I use so far have worked.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I've got a new little... But when I'm looking at my screen, which is QuickTime, this is how we do... this is how I do my... I've forgotten the proper name of it.
Kellyanne says Q. I'm guessing that's Levi.
My screen is very jittery when I'm trying to read it for the auto cue.
Oh.
Because I have my iPad connected to the computer and then in QuickTime.
It's saying we've got 3 people. It was just 5, now we've got 3 people.
So here we go.
Yep.
Now, the Gmail iPad update adds support for split view multitasking. Macarumus tells us Google has updated its Gmail app for iPad to add long-awaited split view support, which is 12 months behind the time, meaning the app can now be used in Apple's multitasking split screen mode alongside another app. Google announced the introduction of split view support in a blog post saying the feature is available now to all users. When using an iPad, you're now able to multitask with Gmail and another iOS application with the split view. You can use Gmail and Google Calendar at the same time as split view to check your schedule before replying to an email to confirm a meeting time. Or you can easily drag and drop pictures from Google Photos into an email without leaving Gmail. Before you attempt to use split view, make sure multitasking is enabled on your iPad. Launch the settings app go to Home, Screen and Dock, Multitasking, and select Allow Multiple Apps.
Awesome.
To use Split View when Gmail app is open, bring up the dock with a short swipe up from the bottom of the screen, then touch and hold another app icon and drag it up over to the left or right edge of the screen. Then release your finger, and of course there'll be a link in the show notes. Now here we go. Gaming.
Yes.
If you game.
Yes. So, Creeks, not as in CREEKS, Creeks, CREAKS. Now, if you've seen the trailer for this game, you might recognise the animation style from older arcade games, such as Pilgrims, because Animata Designs added again. So this is one of their another game from these guys. Yeah. The company is great at this dark, quirky sort of style of game. So running through this puzzle games with dark animation was just great. I love this style. I love the creepiness and it's fun because it's also, not only is it creepy, but because it's a puzzle game, it's really giving your mind a workout and you've got to sort of sort it out, but you're so involved with everything around you because of the creepiness and the little old things, and so you're looking at everything and try to work out these puzzles, and it's just so eye-catching. And I haven't gotten far through it again. These puzzle games are awesome. They challenge me, and I love it. So it's a good brain workout. And, you do these sorts of puzzles and, play ping pong and do Sudoku and things like that. It's meant to keep your brain active and can ward off Alzheimer's and things like that, because your brain's functioning at that level where it's regenerating and all that sort of stuff. So I love anything that's sort of a brain teaser. I'll try to get through more of this game because I really want to keep playing it. So I'll probably talk about it again. It's a lot of fun. I love the brain teaser. If you'd like a good challenge, check it out. It's called Creeks, CREAKS. And the developer is... where'd the name go? There it is. Amanita Designs.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to give the game 4 out of 5 apples.
Good.
Yes, it was fantastic.
Kept you off the streets at night, did it?
It did. It did.
That's excellent.
Lots of entertainment.
Yeah. So we'll start with this one.
Yep.
Yeah, so Apple signs deal to create shows based on where the wild things are.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Mac Rumors reports Apple has inked a deal with Maurice Sendak Foundation and plans to create Apple TV Plus kids shows and us shows and specials based on the popular book Where the Wild Things Are, according to the Hollywood Reporter. Now, under the terms of the deal, Apple and the Maurice Sendak Foundation will reimagine new children's series and specials based on the author's illustrations and books, which includes Where the Wild Things Are, In the Night Kitchen, Outside Over There, and the Nutshell Library.
Excellent.
Yes, I know. This is the first time that the Maurice Sendak Foundation has established a multi-year overall agreement with a streaming television service. Writer, director, and Sendak collaborator Arthur Yoinks will work with Apple. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right.
Yoinks. That's fantastic.
Will work with Apple to develop various projects. There's no word on what Apple paid for access to the characters, but Apple has also signed overall content deals with the Jim Henson Company for Fraggle Rock, Sesame Workshop for various TV shows like Helpsters, and Wild Brain, formerly DHX Media, for Peanuts content like Snoopy in Space.
Yeah, new Snoopy was really cool.
Yeah, so Maurice Sendak worked with Spike Jones back in 2009, Where the Wild Things Are film, and it sounds like Apple's deal will focus on television content rather than another movie.
So, this is, we've used this, so the second story here.
Yeah.
Apple Music real-time lyrics now available on Samsung smart TVs. Now, we don't have a smart TV. We've just got our Apple TV.
Yeah.
But we've used the lyrics thing, so we can read it to the kids and sing along to some of the songs we have.
Yeah.
Most songs in Apple Music will play through Apple TV and give you lyrics.
Yep.
So that's really cool. So again, Mac Rumors, Apple and Samsung partnered to launch an Apple Music app for Samsung smart TVs in April, and from today, the app also supports real-time lyrics via Mace.
Yeah, someone in Germany.
Real-time lyrics lets Apple Music listeners view song lyrics in a karaoke style, and it is a karaoke style. Songs are playing, allowing them to sing along to the music. Apple Music synchronizes.
Yeah.
Lyrics are available for Samsung TV models from 2018 to 2020. Samsung was first to feature Apple Music on smart TV, and the app looks similar to the Apple TV version of Apple Music. Many of Samsung's recent smart TVs also support Apple TV app, which offer access to Apple TV Plus, Apple TV channels and movies, and TV shows, rentals, and purchases.
Yeah.
Samsung TV smart TV owners can download Apple Music from the Samsung Smart TV App Store, log in to an existing account with their Apple ID, or start subscription process directly from their television. Samsung Smart TV's owners can also trial Apple Music for 3 months free, with subscription plans available for individuals, families, and students. Excuse me.
Sorry to keep you up.
Oh, no, I apologise. For more information, there will be more information in our show notes.
That's right. So
Entertainment 3.
Yeah, well, you brought this up, so do you want to
I did. So I found an article
on the end of it about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I found an article in The Guardian which I quite like. The Guardian, I read from it a fair bit.
Yeah.
And one of their TV critics, I say that very generously, Lucy Mangan from The Guardian, reviewed Little Voice, now on Apple TV Plus, and said it hits a bum note. I don't know if, have you seen Little Voice at all?
Yeah, Karen and I have watched the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, and what did you think of those 2 episodes?
Well, yeah, I thought the first one was a bit of a low-key.
Yep.
But definitely I enjoyed the second one a lot more.
Yep.
Yeah,
I found that the first episode was, it wasn't too bad, but I think they were just trying to sort of, feel the ground, get the information out that they needed to for a first episode to sort of build a little bit of backstory and go from there. Yeah. Second episode was better, you're right, and it does get better as you go along. So anyway, she said it hit a bum note. When I checked what else this TV critic had reviewed, it looks like this Celebrity MasterChef, Miss America pageants, and the Babysitters Club, and so I don't know, like it's a bit different. Like, this is different television, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe, because it's a dramedy, comedy drama, it's also musical, and so maybe this just isn't in her wheelhouse, like she maybe it's not her thing, but she's really sort of downtrodden it in her article.
But I don't know how many episodes she's watched either, so...
That's right.
She didn't say I watched it all,
No, she didn't. She just said it hit a bum note for her.
I would have said that after the first episode, but after watching the second episode, I will
Yep.
definitely watch more, see how it pans out. But
Yep. So, like I said, if I suggest check it out for yourself before jumping on this little red wagon.
Yep.
Please have a look, check it out. If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's fine. You don't have to like it.
That's right.
I just thought when I read the article, I just didn't think it had a fair chance. She really ridiculed the show. Again, it does have the same flavour, as a lot of other, sitcoms and dramedies and stuff like that. But it's a formula,
yes.
And yes, they are going on a formula that sort of works. And the first, like you said too, the first episode was a little, but again, by the second episode, it does pick up. And so I just don't know. Yeah, I just think people should make their own opinion.
Yeah.
Before reading her article and making a prejudgment.
And go from there. Watch the first 3 episodes always.
Yeah, first 3 episodes. I always watch the first 3 episodes of anything before I, flick it.
Yes, I agree. Now, Apple wants customers not to close its laptops with a camera cover attached. So lots of people have been buying, they give them away at they used to give them away at trade shows and conferences and stuff as little cameras to go on the camera, little plastic sliders to open and close your camera.
Yeah.
To seal it so people can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, The Verge reports, though it might strike some people as obvious advice, Apple has published a support page that warns MacBook owners not to close the laptop with a camera cover in place. Damage like a cracked display could result, according to the company, because the clearance between the keyboard and display is designed to be very tight tolerances. MacRumors spotted the advisory which Apple posted on the 2nd of July. Those little plastic cameras with the sighting mechanism are super common nowadays. He remembers getting one as a holiday gift from the Verge's parent company, Vox Media, but they could spell disaster for your laptop if it's shut while it's still in place. Apple's laptop repairs are extremely costly. Even with Apple Care Plus accidental coverage, the deductible isn't cheap. Instead of using a cover, Apple says that customers can trust the green LED beside the camera on your MacBook or MacBook Pro or your iMac that illuminates whenever the camera is active. The camera is engineered, especially on the new ones, so that it can't activate without the camera indicator also turning on. Apple's support document says. That's all well and good, but sometimes it's not so much privacy, it is just having that layer of separation between you and your co-workers on a video conference. I never like popping up on camera unexpectedly during the first cup of coffee in the morning. So put tape across it.
Yep.
If you're that worried about it, bit of masking tape. And that way
Bob Gironi's living lover.
Oh,
That's it.
Apple promises faster software update installation with Mac OS Big Sur. 9 to 5 Mac reports Apple announced Mac OS Big Sur with a redesigned interface and new features, including widgets, control center, and more. The update also brings some important changes that weren't mentioned on stage during WWDC 2020, such as a system capable of installing updates faster in the background. Users are currently unable to use the Mac during the update installation process, which can take up to an hour depending on the update. Both the preparation and installation processes are done on boot, so the system remains inaccessible until the update is complete. According to a note from Apple's website, macOS Big Sur makes the software update process faster by running part of the process in the background. Once Mac OS Big Sur is installed, software updates begin in the background and complete faster than before, so it's easier than ever to keep your Mac up to date and secure.
Excellent. Also, I forgot to mention in entertainment, which you sent me, a link about Mario Brothers. Super
yes.
Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that the original game, one of the original game cartridges sold for $114,000
US dollars, I think that
US
was.
dollars. It made me go to the shed and dig mine out. I'm sure the one that sold was brand new and never been opened, but
But yeah, $114,000. There must have been something special about it.
oh, I know. I've got like the original Nintendo here. I've got Duck Hunt. I've got Super Mario Brothers. I think I have California Games, and that sort of stuff. They don't play very well on the new LED. Excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry. They don't play very well on the new LED screens. The old 8-bit games just seem to sort of fail on there. I need an old telly.
Yeah.
To be able to play them on. I'd love to set it up properly for the boys, so they can play Mario Brothers and stuff like that. Mason's been getting right into. We've got the Wii, I guess. I could just download it on the Wii. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, Mason's been getting into Mario Kart.
Yeah.
And so I'll see about setting the Wii up again properly and playing a little bit of Mario Kart in the lounge room with him.
Excellent.
It should be fun. But yeah, that's.
Absolutely.
I just want to talk about Nintendo, and it got yeah. And then, so story 4.
Yeah. Go.
Apple shares news behind the Mac video featuring James Blake. Apple has shared a new video in the Behind the Mac series, which provides a look into the Apple tools used by musician James Blake to create his work. Grammy award-winning James Blake takes us into this is force of habit. Takes us into his home studio as he works behind the Mac to put the finishing touches on his latest song, Are You Even Real? Editing, looping, pitching, and layering the track in Logic Pro X on his MacBook. Blake uses Logic Pro, do we say X or 10?
10.
Logic Pro 10, I call it X, that's why I was asking. Logic Pro 10 on MacBook Pro to edit his music after recording it. Apple has been sharing various behind the Mac ads since 2018, with the ads featuring artists, musicians, app developers, and other creatives who do their work on Apple's Macs. Mm-hmm. Story 5.
A range of apps on iPhones and iPads stopped working on Friday, with Facebook admitting it was to blame. So
yes.
It's not quite an accurate statement, that one, but I'll get on to that in a minute. The firm told the BBC that a code change had triggered crashes for some iOS apps, but that the issue was quickly resolved. Apps such as Spotify, TikTok, Tinder, and Waze were unusable. Is that when you found out that Tinder wasn't working for you for a few hours?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Angry users took to social media, while Down Detector, which monitors net blackouts, reported widespread outages. A similar issue happened in May, affecting services for part of a day. Of this latest failure, Facebook said in a statement earlier today, a code change triggered crashes for some iOS apps using the Facebook SDK, Software Developer Kit. We identified the issue quickly and resolved it. We apologise for any inconvenience. The issue occurs because app developers are encouraged to integrate the Log On with Facebook feature in order for social network to take advantage of the data the apps collect on users. It means that any updates will directly affect them. But it was an update on Facebook's API.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with TikTok. So if you weren't logging in with Facebook, TikTok was working.
That's right. And anybody with an iPhone or anything like that should be using,
log in with Apple.
Log-in with Apple.
TikTok, for example, now has got log in with Apple on there.
That's right.
Because I tried it this afternoon just to double check. The two incidents have led to
you have TikTok?
I only downloaded it this afternoon to test what the logins were and how to
Of
change
course,
it
of
from
course.
Facebook.
So if I look for you dancing and videos and stuff like that, they're not going to be there?
Yep. Facebook has too much power over independent apps. Facebook hasn't got any power over the independent app.
That's right. As it stated before, like, it's a login.
Yeah.
How can it have too much power? It's just a login.
Yeah, so you could log into TikTok. But if you don't want to get stuck again, you can log into TikTok. You've got to give them a phone number so that they can text you a verification code.
That's
then
right.
you log in with your phone number. You don't have to use that. You can use Apple if you want to.
Yep.
So, yeah, anything else, my friend?
No, that's all for me this week.
We've got this little quiet period again now after the Apple
Yes.
WWDC and all those videos that were going on.
Yeah, the Creeks game was only just released.
Yeah.
After the WW, and I'm sure there'll be a bunch more now that it's all over. So I'm expecting maybe one new game a week for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Other than that, found a cool new show on ABC. No, nothing.
I've just been enjoying my YouTube.
Yeah, me too.
Like we say, postmodern jazz and a few where they lead you to,
Yeah.
suggested viewings after watching one of those, or
Yeah, I do the same. I watch. The boys love those fail videos with puppies and all that sort of stuff. We don't get into the big stunts or anything like that. Some of them do, but we watch a few of them. But it's more to do with like silly things with animals and stuff. They just crack up, or kids run around with buckets on their heads and things like that. And then you start to watch them, and then the boys go to bed, and then it goes into the more chaotic stuff, and I start watching that, and then I'm in a hole for 2 hours watching people try to pole vault on motorcycles and stuff like that.
Yeah, people do some dumb things.
Oh, man.
Do some certainly dumb things.
Oh, my God. I don't understand how men are still alive. Yeah. We are dumb. You never see a female doing, 45 kilometres an hour on a dirt bike with a pole vault trying to bust each other off a bike.
Yeah.
I watch this.
Deadly.
I know. I watched this one where they were doing that. The old school. Like they're on a horse, but they're on dirt bikes, and they're doing that. And the dude hits him with the pole. The thing just explodes onto his chest. He comes off the bike. He must have gone a good 10 feet back off the bike.
Yeah.
And then he just gets up. He's like, "Oh, my chest is hurting," but he's laughing and coughing. And I'm like, for sure, his sternum's cracked.
Yes.
That, and you should watch Scott's Car Cameras, I think it's called. I linked it to your YouTube.
Okay.
When I was over there, he's just a bloke from Western Sydney who has a car camera.
Yeah.
And records, douchebag drivers. And and it's funny.
It's not hard to get photos of douchebag drivers these days, mate.
I know, and he's got one called Instant Karma where they're being silly, and their coppers get them, and it's funny. Everyone laughs, and I love that because for a nation who pretty much don't like the police, especially when they're driving, Aussie drivers hate the police when they're driving, unless they're catching someone else.
Yeah.
And then they're like, sucked in. And those videos are the best.
All right.
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Happy holidays.
So we've got show notes linked each week in the show uploaded. The link being aussiemaczone.com.au/AMZ 343.
343.
Therefore, you get 6 weeks' notes. What about email at?
Email us at Michael or Zarn, not Michael and Zarn, Michael or Zarn, at aussiemaczone.com.au. You can find us on Spotify.
Or Apple News for Aussie Mac Zone.
Or anywhere you get your podcasts.
Yeah, Google. wherever. Thanks to our supporters, our most
Yes.
important supporters, you
guys.
our listeners. Exactly right. And what about, here we are, that tense moment every week.
Thanks, everyone. And remember, an apple a day keeps the androids away. See ya.